Hello Carl, just a quick overview of the Auto Trail Navajo. Outside we've got the locker that holds the two leisure batteries, a little bit of storage under there. There's a toilet cassette, we talked about that. This is a shower outlet, so you can plug a shower outlet into there, use hot and cold water. There's another little storage locker under there. Spare wheel in there, as you know. Around here we've got the gas outlet, so you can use a little gas barbecue. Water fill for fresh water. Access for underneath the seat for storage. The gas locker is accessed from this lever here behind the passenger seat. So you pull that up, open it up, and you can turn your gas on or off. Bonnet release there. Okay, tools, jack and toolbox underneath the passenger seat, and the cab batteries under there as well. Diesel filler just there, look, passenger side. Fresh water drain at the rear there, that's a blue pipe. Blue is fresh water, that will drain the tank when you're not using it in the winter, just to clear it out. And then the grey waste, everything that goes down the sinks and the shower drains through there. Okay, let's have a look inside and look at the heating and hot water, etc. Okay, first of all we need to show you where the boiler is. That's on the driver's side, back of the side seat. That's the boiler there. Now it's important, you can just look in there, you can see a little yellow valve. That's the boiler drain valve. When you're not using the boiler, like in winter, you flip that button up or valve up and the water will drain from it. When you're using it, it stays in the horizontal position. Okay, the main control panel. This is a 12 volt control panel. Turn it on and then you can access the state of the batteries, how much water you've got in there. There's other things as well, the instruction book will go into that in more detail, but the basic thing is the levels of the voltages in the batteries and the water. Moves to the buttons on the left. This tap button turns on the pump. So if you turn the pump, that pressurises the system. So now, because I primed it already, we've got a nice flow of water. That tap symbol operates the pressure for the toilet as well. Now, the very first thing you must do, this is primed now already, so you can see the water's coming out. But let's say you've drained it down and you need to fill it up for your first trip. You close that yellow valve we've mentioned, put some water in the fresh water tank on the outside fill, put your pump on, go to this tap, turn it to a hot setting and wait for it to become a continuous flow. To start with, it'll throw air out. It'll take 3 or 4 minutes. When you've got a continuous flow like that, you know there's water in the boiler, and then it's safe to use the heating of the water, which is these two buttons here, we'll go into in a minute. Okay, other switches on there, mainly light switches. Okay, you can change the leisure and vehicle battery. Wouldn't advise to do that. In emergency you can flip it to the vehicle battery and use your 12 volts off there, but obviously draining that, so you won't be able to start your vehicle once you get to a certain level. Okay, let's look at the heating hot water. To use hot water and heating on electric, we go to the sergeant unit behind the driver's seat, and this must be plugged into 240 volts obviously. We've got two switches. Space heater, that's to heat the inside of the motorhome on electric. Water heater, that's to heat the water on electric also. Now these two switches on, it must be on first before you can do anything else. The water side, the hot water side on electric is on a switch under the seat though. So once you've turned that electric button on we've just mentioned, then you turn this switch on if you want to heat the water on electric. Okay, now to heat the cabin with electric we do this. We go back to this switch here, and the one on the right says Truma Ultra Heat, and it's got 3 readings, 500, 1000 or 2000. They're watts. So generally you put it on 2000, turn that to 2000. Okay, must be plugged in obviously to do that. Then that turns this fire into an electric fire. Okay, Ultra Heat 230 volts. Okay, now this is also a gas fire, and you use this control to light the gas. We move back to this dial, it says AOM. O is off. This is for the fan to blow the air through the cabin. O is off, A is automatic, and M is manual. Okay. Now, to heat the hot water on gas, we go back to the dial on the left, and you can see it's either 50 or 70, that's the temperature. So you just click that to 70 or 50 and that will activate the gas boiler. But you must do something else outside before you do that. I'm going to show you that now. For the gas boiler to work, this cover has to be removed. It's just a pull off cover, you pull from the bottom, and that's the vent for the gas boiler. If you don't take that off, the boiler won't light. Good practice, pull it off, leave it on the floor by the accelerator or on the seat itself, so you don't leave it behind. So you must take that off to use the boiler on gas. To use the gas element on the fire, we just go to the knob on the left and just turn it, and you hear it clicking. That's trying to ignite the gas, but it's not turned on. Okay, that wouldn't ignite the gas fire. Turn it off. The fridge is what we call a three-way fridge. That means 3 power sources. You can use it on electric, 230 volts when you're hooked up, gas, or it says battery, but it really means alternator when the vehicle's running. So you'd get the fridge cold before you went on your trip, the previous day most likely. So what we do, we turn it on, and then we've got 3 switches. Look, the gas isn't turned on now, so it won't find gas and it won't find the battery because the engine's not running. So it's on the electric symbol. Look, so the fridge would now cool with 230 volts electric. If we were hooked up to gas, if we had the gas turned on the tank, we could choose the flame symbol. It would go to gas. So you get the fridge cold to start with, and then when you on your trip, you turn the engine on and then select the battery symbol. This scale here is the temperature. Each block obviously increases or lowers the temperature, and that's simply it. Now the fridge itself, it's got a little bit of a little catch. Now you can see these little lugs here, they've been pushed out on this button here, so that when we close the door, it doesn't close on the seal. It keeps it closed to get an airflow when you're not using it. When you're using the fridge, you just press that button in. These little tags or lugs would go back inside, and then the fridge would seal on the door. Okay.